5 p.m. news on Sunsplash FM. I am Igbaifo Abenita. Here are the top story news. Oyana strike leaves pupils poor parents, raise concerns. Police smash criminal network, arrest suspect in Ogun State. Nigeria bleeding, confused, minority reps lament. EU backs local nutrition production in Nigeria. Here are the news in details. The indefinite strike embarked upon by Nigeria Union of Teachers in Oyo State has continued to generate concern among parents and education stakeholders over its impact on pupils and students. Some parents and teachers who spoke with the news agency of Nigeria in Ibadan on Wednesday said the prolonged closure of public schools has left many children idle, exposed to negative influences, and disrupted their academic activities. Now recalls that the Nigerian Union of Teachers directed all public primary and secondary school teachers in Oyo State to embark on an indefinite strike beginning on June 1st. This was in reaction to the abduction of teachers and pupils in the Orire local government area of Oyo State on May 15th. The Ogun State Police Command says it has arrested 6 suspects and recovered firearms, ammunition, generators, and mobile phones in a series of intelligence-led operations targeting criminal networks across Abeokuta, Wasimi, and Ibafo. The command disclosed this in a press statement posted on its official Facebook account on Wednesday, stating their coordinated operations by the Violent Crime Response Unit, Special Weapons and Tactics Unit, and the Ibafo Division led to the disruption of criminal networks involved in illegal possessions of firearms, theft, conspiracy, armed intimidation, and receiving stolen property. Commending the operatives for their successful operations, the Commissioner of Police, Ogun State Command, CP Bode Olajunji, praised the swift response, professionalism, and operational efficiency of the VCRU, SWAT, and Ibafo Division. The police commissioner assured residents of continued proactive policing and swift responses to security threats, reaffirming the command's unwavering commitment to rapid, intelligence-driven policing and sustained pressure on criminal elements to ensure they have no space to operate with Ogun State. Two suspects have been arrested by the Anambra State Police Command for allegedly killing a 33-year-old woman and dumping her lifeless body in the covered near Jesus bus stop, Oraftife, in Ekusigo local government area of the state. It was gathered that the suspects allegedly murdered the deceased on March 13th after luring her to their residence under the guise of seeking help. This was disclosed in a press statement issued by the command spokesman, SP Tochukwu Ikenga, on Wednesday. According to Ikenga, during interrogation, the principal suspect, Iku Gwara, confessed to the murder. He explained that the Commissioner of Police, Anambra State Command, CP Koye Orutugu, commended the detectives for their resilience and professionalism in uncovering the case, reaffirming the command's commitment to ensuring justice for victims of crime. The Nigerian Army has renovated and commissioned the headquarters of the 81 Battalion and the official residence of its commanding officer at Lieutenant Cotman Mukola Barracks in Ibadan, the Oyo State capital, as part of efforts to improve troops, welfare, and enhance operational efficiency. Speaking during the commissioning on Wednesday, the General Officer commanding 2 Division Nigerian Army, Major General Chinedu Nnebefe, said the project reflected the Army's commitment to providing a conducive working and living environment for personnel. The renovated battalion headquarters now houses 12 offices, a conference room, improved office spaces, furnished workstations, air conditioners, refrigerators, modern fittings and a newly constructed car park. The event was attended by senior military officers, commanders of affiliated formations and units, personnel of 81 Battalion, family members and other invited guests. The El-Rufai Support Group Association has announced the engagement of Vanguard Africa, a Washington, D.C.-based international advocacy firm, to lead a campaign about what is described as the erosion of the rule of law and abuse of due process in Nigeria. In a statement issued on Wednesday, SGAD said Vanguard Africa would coordinate outreach to officials of the United States administrations, members of Congress, relevant agencies, pro-democracy institutions, and multilateral stakeholders on its behalf. According to the association, a regulatory filing published by the U.S. Department of State indicated that Vanguard Africa would plan an executive outreach to U.S. administration officials, Congress, relevant bureaus and agencies, pro-democracy institutions, and multilateral stakeholders of SGAD. El-Rufai is being prosecuted by independent corrupt practices and other related offences commissioned over allegations of abuse of office, financial impropriety, and fraud during his tenure as governor. The Inspector General of Police, Olatunji Disu, on Wednesday directed officers and men of the Kano State Police Command to intensify offensive operations against criminal elements. Disu noted that proactive policing remains the most effective strategy for tackling insecurity and protecting the state's economic assets. The IG gave the order through the Deputy Inspector General of Police in charge of finance and administration, DIG Suleiman Abdul, during a strategic lecture held at the Kano State Police Command headquarters at Bonfire, Kano on Wednesday. The IG appreciated the command's recent operational achievements, particularly its aggressive campaign against bandits, armed robbers, and other criminal elements. The IG emphasized that public trust remains vital to effective policing, calling for regular engagement with market associations, youth groups, traditional rulers, and religious leaders to improve intelligence gathering and crime prevention efforts. The minority caucus of the House of Representatives on Wednesday delivered a scathing assessment of the state of the nation, accusing the government of President Bola Tinubu of failing to tackle worsening insecurity, deepening economic hardship, and mounting threats to democratic institutions. The opposition lawmakers also alleged that the administration was focusing on political calculations ahead of the 2027 general elections rather than addressing the pressing challenges facing Nigerians. Addressing journalists at the National Assembly complex in Abuja, Minority Leader of the House, Mr. Fred Agbegi, said the country was facing one of its most difficult periods since the return of democratic rule in 1999, citing persistent insecurity, rising poverty, and growing public frustration. The briefing was attended by the House Minority Whip, Monsieur Soro, Deputy Minority Leader, Abdulsamad Dasuki, and Leader of the Nigeria Democratic Congress Caucus in the House of Mr. Afam Ogene. Sport news. England begin their bid to end a 60-year wait for a trophy when they take a Croatia in their World Cup opener on Wednesday, while Cristiano Ronaldo is set to play in a record-equaling sixth tournament. Portuguese great Ronaldo, 41, has a top act to follow after his old nemesis Lionel Messi scored a spectacular hat-trick for Argentina on Tuesday to equal the all-time World Cup goal-scoring record, making a mockery of his 38 years. Between them, Ronaldo and Messi have won the Ballon d'Or award for the world's best player 13 times. Ronaldo is expected to start against the Democratic Republic of Congo in Houston, captaining a richly talented Portuguese squad that are trying to win football's biggest prize for the first time. In other games on Wednesday, Ghana faced Panama in Toronto in England's Group L before first-time qualifiers. Uzbekistan tackled Colombia at the Estadio Azteca in Mexico City in Group K. Foreign news. The European Union has reaffirmed its support for local nutrition production in Nigeria as part of efforts to strengthen the fight against child malnutrition and reduce dependence on imported therapeutic foods. According to a statement released by the European Union delegation on Wednesday, the European Union ambassador to Nigeria and ECOWAS, Gauthier Mignot, led a Team Europe delegation on a visit to Nutrix production facility located in the Kano Free Trade Zone, where he underscored the importance of linking industrial investment with humanitarian outcomes. The delegation included representatives of European Union member states and officials from UNICEF as part of a broader engagement on nutrition, health systems, and sustainable livelihoods in northern Nigeria. The European Union said its continued engagement reflects a broader strategy to align humanitarian assistance with local production systems, ensuring the nutrition interventions are both sustainable and scalable. And that's the news at this hour. Thank you for listening. I am Igbai for Abenita.